Okay everybody, welcome back to Learn with Minecraft Education. Today we're going to be looking at doing a bit of chemistry. So we're going to hit play, view library, lessons, science and chemistry. And then we get to our chemistry tutorial created by Minecraft Education. Now this is a really good world to let your students loose in. It starts off with a little tutorial level that, depending on the age of your class, kind of takes maximum really about 45 minutes. I think some older ones probably do it in about 15 really. That's what it says in the documents there anyway on the website, and I'll put the links to that in the description for this video. So once the world is loaded up, it says here, welcome to the exciting world of chemistry. Follow the path to learn the basics. So this is the tutorial part. We've got a few little pressure plates down here that revoke our world builder status at the start of the level, which is fine. So here we have the tutorial, and it jumps in straight away with the element constructor. Create elements by moving the sliders to choose the desired number of protons, electrons and neutrons. For example, hydrogen is 1 proton and 1 electron, sodium is 11, 11 and 11, try below. So we need to make hydrogen and sodium, kind of. So let's go ahead. In fact, it's a good tip. When you right click on the element creator, do it so that you can see the stuff on the board there. So 1 proton and 1 electron was hydrogen. Let's pop that down in our hotbar. And 11 of each. See if I can just slide that up. 11 of each will give us sodium. Okay, so next over to the compound creator. So we're just following along this path here. I wonder what this NPC says to us. We have even more resources available online. The lab journal can teach you how to make all of the new compounds and products in Minecraft. So in my element creator video, I did print off the lab journal and I had that next to me. It is really useful. So definitely click that link, go to the lab journal and print that off, put a couple dotted around the room. Super useful. Next, compound creator. Combine elements into compounds. We're going to try and create sodium acetate. And to do that, we need 2 carbon, 3 hydrogen, 1 sodium and 1 oxygen. So we can go back and create those in the element creator. We've already got hydrogen and sodium, I believe. So we should be able to get oxygen and carbon out of this little chest here. And if not, we can create them over here. That's fine. Little tip: every now and again, one of your students will walk up to this and they will left click and destroy it and then tell you that they can't do the level. Just head over here and then middle click on a compound creator and pop it back over here, or just use the one that's over there. That's fine. It's the same with the elements. They're all the stuff you need is actually dotted around here at the back. So if you do lose any of the stuff, it's over there. Right, so let's right click on this so we can see everything on the board still. So 2 carbon, 3 hydrogen, sodium and oxygen. I can't quite see that. Let's get it a bit higher. There we do. 2 carbon. That's not carbon. There's the carbon. 2 oxygen. We've got it in just the right amount. But we only want 1 sodium. So we'll just right click there once to get that in. And how much hydrogen? 3 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Just right clicking in there the amount of times that we want it. And that gives us, as it said it would, sodium acetate. So next, I guess we could right middle click these as well to get those. Yeah, you could get helium and lithium in your hotbar by middle clicking these. We don't need them though. Next is the lab table. Discover amazing products made possible through chemistry. Add elements and compounds to the table, then press combine when ready. Now, we've got the materials that we need exactly. So we need 4 sodium acetates. So I'll need to get some more from here. Oh no, I've already got 64. There we go. So we need to put 4 of them into the lab table, and that will give us bombs, ice bombs, which sound cool. And again, we just grab our sodium and we put 4. Now, do we need to put 1 in each? Let's try. Combine. Cool, and then the ice bomb pops out the top. Let's test this to see how it does. Oh no, we don't want to put our ice bomb in. Let's just put four in the same slot and combine. Yeah, it works just the same. Sometimes your students will do this. They will just put sodium acetate in there, press combine, and then we get this popping out, which is rubbish, apparently. So yeah, if that's the issue, if they're getting some fire and some rubbish coming out of the top, they just need to make sure they're using the exact amount. And so if they put even more than 4 in, they don't get multiple ice bombs. They have to really carefully read this to get those results. We know what this person says. We've spoken to them. So let's follow this around. We've got the material reducer. So it takes a Minecraft block and it breaks it down into the different elements. So give a try with the provided materials. Some Minecraft blocks, such as soul sand and netherrack, contain mysterious elements yet to be discovered in our world. Okay, right, well, let's see what's in here. Let's put in a grass block and take out our rubbish. Into the material reducer. There we go. So from our material reducer, we get oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and carbon. Oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and carbon. Lots of oxygen, it would seem. Let's put something else in the material reducer, see what comes in. Netherrack, apparently, will give us some interesting results. There we go, let's pop that in. So we get mercury, oxygen, silicon, and this, which is just a question mark, atom block with a question mark. So I guess science just has not yet discovered what these materials are. So it's just got a question mark next to it, which is pretty interesting. And actually, that's the end, isn't it? So the path just ends here. And this person told us to go... No, this board down here told us to go into the courtyard and test out our ice bomb. We are in creative, so I'm just going to fly over here. What I told my students to do was to block up the waterfalls. And at that point, I would consider the tutorial to be done. There we go. So the waterfall there just draining down to nothing. And we can keep throwing ice into here. So these ice bombs are pretty cool. And once we've made those, we're kind of at the end of the tutorial. Now, there's more to do, lots more to do. So let's head down into the courtyard and have a look. So that's telling us to go back up to the tutorial level. But here, let's just clear the inventory there. So, glow sticks. Use dyes to make different colours. We've had a look at making glow sticks. In one of our previous videos, we were making lightsabers, weren't we? And that was pretty cool in our Star Wars custom skin level. But let's have a look. So this is cool. These item frames actually display what's in them, which is nice. So we've got polythene on the 2 vertical columns there, and the middle column we've got hydrogen peroxide and dye and luminol. So let's put in our luminol at the bottom. Let's put in our dye there, hydrogen peroxide at the top, and then polyethylene. And I did get told off for saying polythene in a previous video, so there you go, polyethylene. And that gives us a green glow stick. There it is. Now, let's have a chat with Marie here. So, which says, you can change the day to night with this switch. I think if we're going to use our glow stick, we should really change it to night. And we'll hold down the right click, and there we go. Let's have a look. Oof. Yeah, I've still got my Star Wars custom skin on, so that looks good. Let's change it back to day. Let's drop my glow stick down there. There you go. So this little switch that changes day to night, you can actually dig out behind here and have a look. It's just a solar panel connected to some OR gates and some command blocks that set the time. So here's a solar panel here on top of a hopper, which sends a redstone signal down underneath. And we've got a little clock that tells us whether it's day or night there, hooked up as well. Pretty simple little circuit behind there. And over here, sparklers. So sparklers, I've not made these in a video before. So let's just do /clear, get rid of everything we've got in there. Mercuric chloride. Oof, easier said than done. Magnesium, I assume that is. And a stick. So let's chuck those in. There's our stick, there's our magnesium. We wanted mercuric chloride. But I think each one of these will make a different colour. So let's go for potassium chloride. I think that's what they're getting at. So this top one here, if we change the chloride type, it would change the colour of the sparkler. So we've got chloride, magnesium, stick. So let's put them in that order. Stick, magnesium, and chloride, which for potassium chloride gives us a purple sparkler. So let's pop that in our inventory. Change it to nighttime, and then watch our sparkler go. Wow. Okay, so let's shift F5 and have a look at ourselves with the sparkler. Pretty awesome. Makes a pretty good noise as well. Actually, it looks better in first person. Nice. Right, let's change it to day. Drop the sparkler. I don't want to hear that noise anymore. Let's clear the inventory and head down to the next part of this tutorial. Like I said, some students will just fly through all of this pretty quickly, but I think it will take them, at least for the younger ones, like I teach, it will take them at least half an hour or so. So latex, 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 latex. We've got dye, helium, and a lead. So we are creating here various different colours of balloons. I'm going to go and create an orange balloon. So latex down the two vertical columns, and then dye, helium, lead in the middle. So let's go for the dye, helium, and lead, and then let's go latex, 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 which gives us our orange balloon. Create a balloon by combining the pictured items in the crafting table. Different dyes make different colours. They do. Balloon testing site. This bit's pretty cool. So here, you can just right-click on these fence posts and just send those balloons up into the sky. That's pretty cool. But what they want you to do down here, press below, and an animal pops out, and you can attach a balloon to that. So attach a balloon to the pig, which can fly off. Oh, I don't know how high they go. Very high. Oh dear. And I think in here, yeah, there's a bow and an arrow. So I think the idea is that your students kind of mess around with trying to shoot these balloons and get the animals down. That was pretty good, actually. I was quite happy with that. They will play around with that for a while. That's very fun for them to do. /clear. Let's get rid of all that stuff. So what does Lewis want? Fascinating is all he's got to say. Well, yeah, it is fascinating. We're going to have a look at serum chloride and a torch. This is a unique thing to Minecraft Education, whereby you can make different coloured torches. So let's have a go at, let's do mercuric chloride and a torch and see what colour we get. And I just need to look at the order. Torch is in the middle, chloride is at the top. So let's put a torch there, mercuric chloride there, and it gives us a red torch. Oh, okay. Should we pop our red torch underneath the green one there? That's quite good. Very nice. This is an agricultural testing site we've got here. Make super fertilizer at the lab table by combining exactly ammonia and phosphorus. So let's /clear again just to keep everything simple. Ammonia and phosphorus, and we'll take a few seeds and saplings and so on to test these out on over there. So ammonia and phosphorus. So we're going to take the ammonia, put one ammonia in, take the phosphorus, to put it in next to it. Let's press combine and take a step back. What did I get? Super fertilizer, which is what I expected to get, which is good. Again, if you right-click any of these, and left-click and destroy them, the lab table you can run up there to the tutorial area and get. But the stuff in the chest, actually, it's kind of annoying. You need to go into creative mode and try and get hold of these things on here, or get your journals thing from the top and look at how to make ammonia with the various elements and get it that way. So it can be a bit of a pain if you or your students accidentally delete one of those. Let's test out. We've got pumpkin seeds, we've got an oak sapling, melon seeds, and a spruce sapling. And let's go with our super fertilizer. Oh yeah. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, I think it's because they were too close to the wall. So let's try that. Let's try that again. I don't know. I'm not sure there. Pumpkin seeds. It's not done very much. Maybe we can plant them a little bit further away. Right, let's get some dirt. Put it over here. Pop in the pumpkin seeds. No, I need to till it, I think. But yeah, it should work over here. Certainly the oak sapling, if we make a bit of space for it, it's going to work quite nicely. Yeah, and there we go. I think if they're just a bit too close to the wall, they don't work perfectly. But the super fertilizer should technically grow things faster than anything else, the bone meal and so on that you can use. So over here we've got a teleporter. We can teleport to the various different places. But as far as I could tell, that's kind of the end of the tutorial here, in terms of the section of the tutorial that kind of holds your hand and tells you what to do. So if you make your way through here, there is a periodic table, Dimitri, and he starts singing the famous Elements song, which is quite cool. And over here we've got the periodic table. I think this is just to look at. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily do anything with it. So let's move on. If we go through here and up the stairs, we've got a classroom, and they've used doors and slabs to make chairs. No add-ons over at Microsoft. And we've got Dorothy here, who says, "Take your seat, please." But beyond that, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do in here. I guess you could invite your students to join the world and put something up on the board here and treat it like a virtual classroom. That would be quite cool. Up the stairs here, we've got the creature containment area, which sounds pretty scary, but let's look at this first. Here, it just says testing area, caution, give it a try. So we've got a redstone torch connected up to some sticky pistons with some redstone. So each one gets powered, and it powers the lamp. I guess that's quite cool. Not sure it's chemistry, but it's cool. And through here we've got the creature containment hall. It's just buttons all over the walls and stuff, which looks quite cool. Let's see what this research says. They're really quite friendly. What are these called? Skeleton horses. Hello. Yeah, so I'm not really sure why we're containing creatures down here, to be honest with you. It's fun, quite interesting to look at, though. I don't know if we would get some different spawn eggs and throw them down there, but yeah, it's quite interesting. What have these guys got to say for themselves? I love studying chemistry. What's your favourite element? I don't know, really. I don't have a favourite element. Maybe I should. So let's move through back to the tutorial area. I guess the only other part of the level is up here, auditorium, customizable chemistry lab. So there's some stuff that your students can play around with up here. We've got some different status effects here. So if I just dig out behind here, we've got weakness, nausea, and poison. So if you press those, it'll give you that effect for about 30 seconds or so. We've got a blast room here, so I imagine you're supposed to blow things up through there. Not really sure. Here, lab material storage. You can put a load of your stuff. We've got here lots of brewing stands. So this is brewing stations, but there isn't anyone. We just got a grant to build a new lab here. Yeah, the brewing station bit I don't know, there's not as much stuff here. I guess you would just tell your students to play around with some of the different potions and elements with the brewing stands to see what comes out. There is a document online that gives you all the different brewing station recipes, actually, and it would be good to have an NCP here that pointed that out to you and got your students to maybe make a few things in the brewing stands. But there isn't one. It's a shame. Through here, build your own chemistry lab. Use the materials provided to help customize the space to your needs. So again, we've got all the various things we need for our chemistry lab. And I guess the idea is that we just dot them around in this room here to create our own chemistry lab. And then maybe we could use the camera and book and quill to get that sent back to us. And that's about it for this chemistry world. If I was suggesting a way to use this with the students, I would get them loaded into it, talk them through this first section, get them started, ask them to move down, block up the fountains, do the glow stick, the sparkler, the balloon, shooting down the balloon animals, making the torches, and doing the fertilizer. And I would probably, as an extension, for those that finished it, I would tell them to go back up to the tutorial area, make their way up the stairs, and see what they can create with the brewing stands, and maybe to take some pictures of that with the book and quill in the camera to see what they can make. And I would supply them with that document that's got all the different brewing recipes in it. And I think that would be a couple of lessons worth of work there. Again, depending on the age of your students. So guys, that's just a quick playthrough today of that level and talking about a few ideas that you can use with your students when using this chemistry world. It's a really good one. The students, particularly the ones that have played a lot of Minecraft, like this one because it's got things in it that are regular Bedrock and Java editions of Minecraft and Pocket editions don't necessarily have, or they certainly probably won't have had to play around with them. The coloured torches and the sparklers and stuff are all items that are unique to Minecraft Education or the education mode within Bedrock. So many of them probably won't have seen that. So they do really enjoy doing that. I think it would be cool in this level if the guys over at Minecraft Education had included a few more, made the tutorial a little bit longer, certainly with the brewing station and stuff, and the little classroom area and the animal containment area. Kind of felt like it was nice to walk around and explore them, but there wasn't too much guidance there, and there isn't really too much guidance online about what to do in those areas. Doesn't really say. So I guess it'd be nice to see some of your ideas about how you would use those areas in this world with your students, okay? We're going to be doing some more videos on the Sustainability City level next week, and a few more how-tos on getting stuff working on iPads, because I know many of you will have students at the moment, maybe that are working from home, and they are on iPads, and I know I've had a few difficulties with that, so I'll be discussing that soon. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel today, and I'll see you all next time.